This month is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and since we live here with an abundance of sunshine, it's important that we do all we can to lower our risk. And here with that is Pamela Springer, a licensed educator and founder of the Skin and Makeup Institute of Arizona. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Again.
It's never a bad thing to remind people of what they need to do to protect their skin, because as we say, skin cancer is huge, and I think Arizona is one of the top places for
we're
skin
number
cancer.
one when it comes to statistics, and of course we live in the Valley of the Sun, and I think it's very important that people are aware of just little tips that will help them to really protect their skin. And I don't care what skin type you are, it needs protection, and basically it's because of the depletion of the ozone layer.
Yes.
So the rays are so much stronger. So, I felt as though this was a time to really remind your viewers how to protect themselves.
And our children, too. Let's not forget the kiddos. Because they've got that young, beautiful skin. You want to keep that. They got a long ways to go.
Absolutely. I can scream every time I see a little baby without any kind of protection. I mean, I know it's none of my business, but I want to go over there and yank the mom and say, do you know what you're doing to this baby?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the tips. You brought a list of things that we need to look at. So, number one, practice sun protection all year, not just because it's summertime.
No, because sometimes it's a cloudy day, or even not that we have a lot of rain, but those rays are still penetrating the Earth's atmosphere. So it's very, very important for you to actually use sunscreen all the time.
Yeah, and you've heard people say, oh, I was in so and it was cloudy, I didn't think anything was happening. Wear sun protection clothing. Now, see, that's something that needs to be out there more, right?
Absolutely, especially loose-fitting clothing. A lot of clothing now, it will say UV protection on the label. And a lot of times people don't realize covering up is very important, because it is summer. You want to take off a lot of things and go kind of bare-armed or whatever, but again, you need to have that protection. So if you're not going to wear something that covers you up, definitely wear a sunblock. And that material needs to be closely knit.
Okay. Always wear a broad spectrum sunblock, sunscreen of at least SPF 15. Is that the number we need, SPF 15? I
like to say 30 because we're in Arizona. And a broad spectrum is usually something that's titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. And it really actually reflects the rays, where a chemical the rays still penetrate. And I find most people don't realize that when they use a chemical block, they should put it on before they put their moisturizer, because you don't want to inhibit the actual penetration of that sunblock.
Good to know. Okay, I didn't know that. Let's look at the next ones here, too. Choose a sunscreen that provides broad spectrum, and you talked about that. How much sunblock should you put on?
Well, for the entire body, basically, a shot glass that you use in the liquor. If you have that amount, you can really cover the whole body, the exposed areas, your arms, your legs, your face. So approximately, I say that's about an ounce.
Okay. There are lots of tips, obviously, to get to, and we all need to read those. We're running out of time, so we're going to have those tips on our website. But you have a special offer if you're watching right now and you're like, okay, I know I need to get better at this. Tell us about the offer.
The offer is that the first 100 viewers that actually goes to my website, www.smi-a.com, and click on your logo. They'll fill out a form and like a page of the sunblocks manufacturer. They will get a sample sunblock plus a $10 gift certificate towards a spa facial.
Oh, very nice. And keep that skin looking beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. Very good information. We need to stay on top of that, that's for sure. So if you would like more information on these tips or the Skin and Makeup Institute of Arizona, please call the number you see right there on your screen, or you can go to their website. It's smi-a.com.